And let's talk about those tools, because this is post-treatment. And I think this is a critical time for a lot of patients of whether or not you move forward with your healing journey or you slide back, because you are set free to fly, so to say. And that means, you're in charge. You have to keep going. It's not that you just fall back to negative behavior and unhealthy ways. What did you do post-treatment to continue that journey?
I'm so happy that you said it that way, because it's extremely hard when you step out into the real world, because it is not. Unfortunately, America is not set up for a health journey. Referencing again the area I live in, we are hardy on meat and potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to drive to a major city to get a fresh juice. Yeah, if I ask for a vegan entree, people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, but you don't want gravy on that, So I think that's where it first starts, is having to gain enough strength and solidify yourself so you don't fall into it. So for me, it started with making an actual daily regimen. You will wake up and you will drink warm water with lemon in it. You will meditate. I literally put it in my calendar. You take your supplements. You will eat this breakfast. You will take your dogs for a walk here. And I had to stay very regiment to it until it became that routine, like we were saying. And then it just became a lifestyle. And as I continued with that routine, my body got more confident with the fact that it was getting what it needed appropriately. And then I was able to have enough energy to realize that I didn't want to participate in the structured world anymore. That I did then understand the subtle body link to disease. And I was fooling myself if I thought I could go back to my Monday through Friday 9-to-5 job and not go back into dis-ease. And also I was vibrating at a completely different level. So I couldn't even concentrate on my actual day job anyway, because I was more fascinated about how I could change my cellular brain with listening to Joe Dispenza meditations.
It's really interesting after you heal what happens, because again, people have to understand that healing isn't just the physical body. When you truly heal, you heal the emotional side as well as the spiritual side. And what I mean by that in the spiritual side, it's not like religiously you suddenly feel, some connection or go become a certain religion. It's more so that I feel like you suddenly have a purpose and you understand what that is more. And I think that's what I'm hearing here. And that's where some people have a problem. They go back to the job that is not spiritually fulfilling. Therefore, they're not healed. And so you have to give into that sometimes. And that's incredibly scary, because then you're going out of the norm of society. Everyone understood when you're sick, okay, you need time off. Now you're saying I have to, do something completely different than I've been taught, that I may went to school and spent a lot of money. That's kind of crazy, But again, that's not crazy if you really take a step back. That is honestly your spirit, you telling yourself, this is what you need to do. This is what makes you happy and healthy.
Yes.
Everyone has that. And what was that for you?
Yes. That calling to go out to Sedona and the supportive husband, going out to Sedona, going on a couple of hikes, taking some vortex, knowledge, understanding frequencies of crystals. And then while I was out there, this word pranayama kept coming up. I never heard it before. I didn't even hear it in your dad's office. I heard chakras. Your mom had spoken to me about chakras before, but pranayama, it was almost like in the wind, like when it was blowing through. It was like just in my ear. And we came back home. And again, that social media, I don't know. I popped open my phone, and didn't the local yoga studio have their teacher training program? And it was beginning like that weekend. And I called her immediately and I said, listen, I know I don't know you. I know I haven't never been to your studio, but I just got back home from Sedona, Arizona, and all I keep hearing is pranayama, and your advertisement says pranayama. I'll pay you in full. Can I come Friday?
And that was it.
That was it. I missed the first weekend of training because I was in Sedona. Yeah. And so I went to this teacher training to learn pranayama for myself. My core or whatever was communicating to me that I needed to breathe and a real breath, not sips of air. And, I went into that yoga teacher training just full on. This is for me. I have no intentions. I'm going to learn as much as I can learn. Come home, get excited, teach my husband box breath, 3-part breath, all sorts of stuff. Just so excited. Everything your dad is telling me, bells are ringing. It's all clicking. Subtle body, dis-ease, chakras, colors. Oh my gosh, I'm vibrating. I'm flying. This is great. Halfway through the program, I realized I have to teach.
And you didn't stop there. You didn't stop with just the yoga. You went on crystals, Reiki. No. You kept going.
Yeah. Each level of knowledge that I obtained, once it became a tool in my toolbox, I would then come back into myself, whether I would go outside barefoot with my feet in the grass or meditate and ask for the next, what's next. And each time I was given, it was given to me. I don't want to say that I had a clear path, and it wasn't like I heard a voice. It just was a knowing, a core knowing.